all these crazy finds, and we still have what looks like more to come. Here is a 1957, so that's not really the main attraction in this roll. Cool coin, though. It's right over there, and that's about as much of a reveal as you could get. Let's pull it out and see what happens. Hey everybody, how's it going? Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be doing a 3-box 7,500 penny coin roll hunt. Getting kind of heavy, so I'm going to put it down. But anyways, yeah, we're still doing the folder filling series. We're going to be looking through each of these roll by roll to see what results we can get. Hopefully we'll find a lot of wheat pennies, maybe some Indian head, cents, Civil War tokens, foreign coins, you name it, we'll be looking for it. So let's get to the hunt. And we got our first find here. This one's 3 rolls in, so it doesn't look like anything too crazy. Flip it over. 1947. That, I'm just checking, and I think that is a folder filler. I always say this once per episode, but I restarted the folders about 5 hunts ago, and so this one's going to be new. I found it in the past 100,000 before I started my second 100,000, but this one is a new folder filler, so really happy about that, and it's always good to get a box started in terms of having some finds. No enders today, which was kind of a bummer. Again, this one unfortunately took quite a while to find. I think it was like another 11 rolls, but we did get something in the end. That's what counts. 1948, found it face up. There wasn't anything too special or crazy about it, but when you're on a drought, it's always good to, and very welcome, get something that is special. So that's what this is, and we're going to hope to amp it up a little bit in the next part of the hunt. And it's going to take another 4 rolls to get to where we are, but we found a 1944, so everything has been confined to the 40s. I'd say that that's better than coming all from the 50s. So that's one way we're going to stay positive here, hoping, though, to crack a big find or two open today. And as has been the case with this box, it's been a relatively long amount of time. It's been a little bit sparse in terms of the finds, but we did get this 1957 D penny. So now we've got 21 rolls to go in the first box, hoping to pick up the pace. So that's a little better. It only took about 4 rolls to get this one. And from the back, I'm saying it could be an older one. My guess is either early 40s or late 30s. We'll flip it over. 1953 is going to be a little later than I was trying to target. But again, when they're not, coming readily, it's great to see anything. So pretty pumped that we were able to get another wheat penny. And unfortunately, this is the second box out of 3 at this point. The last one really didn't do too hot. We got 5 wheat pennies total. 5 rolls into the second one. We did get a 1944, though. So that has me optimistic about the rest of it. We'll see what we can do. Great news. 2 rolls later, we got a 1957D. So now I'm a little bit excited because we're getting more on a regular basis. So hopefully this box will kind of turn the tides. And it's been about 4 or 5 rolls, so not a great pace. But we did get our first reveal, and it looks really beat up. But it could just be kind of worn down. And, whoa, 1910. So that looks really cool, and I'm trying to see what happened. I think it's so worn that there's no way that this is like an error. I was just kind of looking at that In God We Trust. But regardless, check that out. 1910, that's 110 years old. So it's been a super long time since we found something like this. And, much older. I think I found one 09 and then one Civil War token. But 1910, definitely going to be a folder filler. I'm looking over right now. And yeah, super pumped. This one will for sure make this hunt at least a solid one. So talk about a crazy turn of events. It's 27 rolls left in the second box. And we got this coin. And now it's not really focusing too well, but we got a 1953, and I was super pumped about that when I saw it. Then I saw that we not only have another coin left, but 1953D, not a folder filler on either case. Maybe we'll get 53S here, and 1946, but that's 3 pennies in the same roll. That hasn't happened in a really, really long time. I almost wish that they had been kind of spread out, but either way, beggars can't be choosers, so we'll see what's left in these last 2 rolls before we get to the halfway mark. And I almost would have missed this one, but I did not, I guess. It's a wheat penny on its back. It's so beat up, though, and the front looks like it says 1957, but I certainly have not seen anything like it in a long time in terms of something that's just that nicked. I have no idea what it might have gone through. Maybe it was run over by a few cars, but nonetheless, we have 21 more rolls left in this second box. And talk about another find that I was just not expecting. 1920. So again, we found that before, but this is a new one for our new folder series. So that'll be an additional pre-1940 for the hunt in addition to another folder filler. So we've been doing really well on that front today, really happy about that, and this second box really doing much better than the first one, so it's a nice relief in a sense. And we got another awesome face-up folder filler. This one actually looks solid, 1949. It was better from a distance than when I saw it up close, but still really happy about that. Just continuing the cycle. Looks like we've got 18 rolls left, so a lot of wheat pennies this time around. 2 more rolls and a reveal, so we'll see what it is. 1946 looks like a pretty common date, so nothing too crazy there, but great to find more wheat pennies. And here we've got another one, very next roll. Excited to see what it is. 1957, so that's also one that we see pretty regularly, but I'm happy to find. So that brings us to 11 this box, 15 rolls left. And skipped a roll, but I'm just doing a quick update here because we have a 1956D. This one was on its front. Nothing too remarkable about the coin, but happy to find it. And another roll, another penny. This is really bringing me back. Whoa, 1936. So first I'll address that. Pumped to find another pre-1940. We do already have that in the folder, but very excited about it. A little kind of nicked up, but again, happy about it. But this kind of reminds me of the old boxes that I used to hunt. There would just be so many pennies, and recently there have been not too many, especially like that last box. So it's fun, and hopefully the third box of this video will do well. I included that because I wanted to make sure we had enough finds. Yeah, and there you go. So let's get through these last pennies in this box and then tackle our third. And we have a pretty interesting looking weedy here. I say that because I don't know. I'd be shocked if this was steel, but we'll look at what it is. 1947, and it looks like some weird. It came into contact with some weird elements or something because there's some like steel-ish elements when I look at it, but we've already found a 1947. Regardless, very happy about that, and we'll do the last 10 rolls. And we have 2 more finds here. None are too crazy. A little hiatus. 1949 from the finds we, did quite well. 1958D is going to be the other one. We have 4 rolls left, hoping for the best. And check out what popped out of the roll immediately. 1945 Canadian. That's our oldest Canadian, I think, from this second batch of 100,000 pennies. And I have a Canadian folder in the mail right now, so I'm looking forward to starting that with my next hunt. But yeah, really happy about that. I have been pulling out the Canadians, and there's a fair amount in this box, so got those 3 more rolls left, and then we'll see if the third box can be this good. And our very last roll, the second box, did not disappoint. 1945, is that a new one? I don't think so. It is not, but still, I'm just going to do a brief total here. That's 5, 10. Looks like we got 17 wheat pennies plus a 1945 Canadian in that box, so really, really good results there. Super happy about that. Let's do the last box. And 2 rolls into this last box, we have a 1946, so similar date, but a good early start, and we'll hope to continue that here. And about 4 rolls later, we got some good news, another reveal for us. 1946 again, so I think that doubles it up, and we're looking forward to potentially getting, though I have to say, it would be great to get more pre-1940s, but the concentration in the last box was pretty unbeatable, but maybe we can do it. 2 rolls later, 1948, so another update that isn't super significant, but good to show that we're keeping on getting finds, so hopefully this pace continues. And continuing it is in the very next roll, 1945. I was hoping that would be actually a little bit older, but again, beggars can't be choosers. That's a theme here. That's 4 pennies in 10 rolls, which is a pretty high concentration. And I'm super excited. This one, like the last one, looks pretty old, except I'm a little more confident based on how worn that is over there. No way. 1944. Okay, not the best, but again, still happy that we had a wheat penny find. They really tricked us, though, with how worn those wheat ears were. A few rolls later, just briefly checking in, we got a 1952, pretty beat up all around the edges, but a wheat penny. So still happy about it. Got about 32 rolls left. And this is a pretty unreal sight. So right here we have what looks like I didn't actually see the date there, uncirculated wheat penny, but then we also have, I unveiled it, but a 1910. That's our second 1910 in this hunt. And a super old date, obviously would love to get a mint mark or something like that, but that's 210-year-old coins, super tough to find them, and here we are doing just that. And then in addition, we did have this kind of shiny, it's got some luster. I can't tell if I think it's original luster. 1955 too, so not a super easy to come by, better condition date, all wrapped up in that one roll. So super, super excited about those finds, and we'll keep on going. And coming off that last roll, we have a 1945 and a reveal. So 45 is nothing crazy. Hopefully this will be. 1949 isn't wild either, but you can't expect just unbelievable finds all the time. I'd say 2 in a roll is a pretty good benchmark. So let's see what happens in this last half of the last box. All these crazy finds, and we still have what looks like more to come. Here is a 1957, so that's not really the main attraction in this roll. Cool coin though. It's right over there, and that's about as much of a reveal as you could get. Let's pull it out and see what happens. Okay, 1941, that's actually not that impressive, but we got enough good stuff in this hunt where I still think that I can make that the opener, and it's fair. But we got 2 pennies in one roll. As I said before, still happy with that. Doesn't matter what the dates are. Blown away by the amount of finds, got a 1948, pumped about that as well. And it just gets better and better. 1938 is the find this time. Super happy about it. And we'll actually, I think, now I'm just looking over, it looks like it's a folder filler as well. So even better, another pre-40 to, keep us in the game. And we've got 16 rolls left. And a somewhat unbelievable result here. We got a 1936. And now I'm looking closer. I just want to make sure it's not the doubled one. I don't think so, but the date does kind of look thick. I'll have to take a closer look at that later. But yeah, super excited about that. I think I've already found one, maybe earlier in this hunt even, but happy about it nonetheless. And now for our final wrap-up. We did really well, but we had, I think, something like 18 Canadian pennies, 1945 and 1964 being the older designs. Then we just had a bunch of random dates. Again, nothing too significant, but I do have a Canadian penny folder on the way. That'll be in the next video. Then for the wheat pennies, we had 37, 32 of which came in the last 2 boxes. So over 12 a box, and that's a better average than I've been doing recently. But in the 40s, 1941, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, a few folder fillers there. Then nothing too crazy in the 50s, though we did have a slightly better condition, 1955, but boy did we do well. 6 total. Pre-1940s we had a 1936, and actually 2 of them. Let me just try to get that to zoom better. There we go. I looked at this one under a microscope. I don't think that it's a double die. 1938. And then we had a 1920 coupled by 2 1910s, which is just an unbelievable amount of a very, very old coin. So really happy with how we did, and I'll look forward. Probably next hunt will just be back to normal in terms of having 2 boxes. I was kind of worried about the concentration, but it sounds like we're doing all right, and maybe the last few hunts overall have just been an anomaly. So I'll see you on the next hunt. Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more content, and get in touch with me or contact on treasuretownYT.com, my website, my Facebook, TreasureTown, my Twitter, @treasuretown_YT, or my Instagram, @treasuretownyt. Looking forward to seeing you on some of my other videos.